you are who you spend your time around. I was in a circle of friends at home that they were very comfortable with just staying in their hometown. They were comfortable just staying where they live forever, and they were comfortable with everything in their life. I just had bigger dreams and bigger aspirations. I wanted to go out there and do something. And at the time, I was 26 years old. I was managing my uncle's property.
Okay.
I had my own little side business going on. I worked for a massive multi-billion-dollar company, Aon Hewitt, and everything looked good on paper, as it does in the blue pill world.
Of course.
And but coming from a situation where I grew up without a dad. I grew up without meeting my dad.
Okay.
The only thing I knew about my dad was he was a player.
So you had a little bit of red pill in you, huh?
Yeah, you can't run from it. When he was 41 years old, he went down to Trinidad and Tobago, and he picked up my 18-year-old mom on the beach.
Wow.
And, he got her pregnant and brought her back to the United States. But when I was born, in true alpha male fashion, he completely just dropped everything and just bounced, right? So when I was 15, I found out he died. Wow. I never met him, and I never will meet him. So as a man, that is a big mountain to overcome as your masculinity.
Sure.
And I wanted to know, like, how can I really overcome this hurdle of masculinity? So I started looking into rites of passage. In a rites of passage, back in the day, like the village, they would tell the young boy, you have to go into the woods, kill a wolf, and bring us back its fur, and then you'll be considered a man. We'll give you a wife, we'll give you a house, and you'll be a warrior in the village, and you'll be considered a man. I decided I was going to make my own rite of passage, and I said, I want to go by myself to Japan. And I said, let me see if I can survive there on my own with no family, no support, no friends for 2 years. I said, then I'll consider myself a man. So that's when I decided to make the journey towards my personal masculinity and proving to myself that I'm a man, that I can do it. Because, for guys like you and I, like the modern world, it's kind of almost a little too easy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever feel like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially when it comes to when it comes to just basic human interactions. Specifically with women, like when you learn game, when it clicks and you figure women out, it's like you don't have to run rehearsed lines anymore. It just kind of happens that way. You know what motivates people, you know what makes them tick, and you're always looking for that next challenge. And I think that's where guys like you and me, we kind of get bored with it. A lot of people ask me, well, Donovan, why'd you leave Vegas? You're up to your eyeballs in pussy and this and that and the other. I got bored, man. I mean, and I always say this, nothing beats sticking your dick in a vagina for the very first time. But I mean, dude, if you fuck enough girls, at some point you're looking for another challenge. You're looking for another mountain. And I think that's the crux of our situation.
Dude, it's 100%. Like, that's why, one thing about you, Donovan, I have a crazy situation that I've made up in my head. But, if I had to take a guy, if death came to me, it's like, Jonathan, you're going to fucking die in 1 week.
Oh, shit.
If one of these people on the Red Man group can get laid or not in 1 week. If I had to choose one guy to put my life on the line, it would be you. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I would choose over a Rolo, over all those guys. God bless them. They're good guys.
Sure.
But, like, I think that's why we click so well.
Right.
Because once you have it, you have it. And you meet other guys, and this guy has it. This guy's full of shit. He doesn't have it. I think that's why, as short of a friendship as we have had, I think we hit it off right off the bat. And like what you said, it becomes, it becomes so easy.
Right. Yes.
And once you know it, and then it becomes boring. And I agree 100%, 150%. I'm bored with it. And that's why I want to teach guys how to date, because, I want them to check this box off in their life, and then they can just move on to other things and not, put pussy on the pedestal forever. And,
right.
You know what I mean? And that's what part of my journey to Japan was. I wanted to permanently check that box when you decide to challenge yourself, right? When you decide for a new challenge, as we just mentioned, you know, a lot of people are gonna not like it. They're not gonna like you.
See, I know, but you're talking about a lot of people. See, when I decide to challenge myself, I don't know. It's weird. It's like another awakening. Like, holy shit! And what makes it a challenge, what makes it so intriguing, is that there is a better than average probability that I might fail at this thing. So I really got to work my ass off to make sure that I overcome this challenge. That's what's exciting for me, is that it's not guaranteed success. But again, people around you, they don't embrace that. They don't embrace it's hard to describe. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, but you just can't describe the feeling of, like, when you're in a fight with someone that you know that you're not 100. Like, I've been in fights with many people I know I could beat. Those fights are boring. But when you're about to fight a dude and you're like, okay, I can kick this guy's ass, but I know he can kick my ass. It's like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and it's almost like it gives you like an invigoration, man. It's the same thing with challenges. I totally agree.
Yeah. And then, like, you probably know, like, the crabs in the bucket thing. You've mentioned it before.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah.
So when I said I'm going to go to Japan, I remember people that I considered friends. You know, I was never completely blue pill, but there were still blue pill aspects of my life.
Sure.
And people I went to high school with, family members, they're like, look, you're not going to go to Japan. What are you, fucking crazy? Like, are you going to eat sushi every day? Like, those Japanese people don't like us after the war. Like, you can't do it. It's impossible. You don't speak Japanese.
Right.
It's happening. But, probably, again, like us, once you make up your mind to do something.
Yeah, you can't change it, dude. Yeah.
Fuck everybody. I'm doing this. And if you don't do it, you'll be miserable.
Oh, my God, dude, yes. Oh, my God, you're speaking my language, man.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So I tried, these people talked me into it for 3 months of me not doing it. So I kind of gave up my dream. I had a silent death in my cubicle, and I just sat there empty. And I was just like, yeah, this is my life. And one day, I never forget it. It was the middle of the day. And I was in my cubicle, and I just, heard all these people in my mind just telling me I can't do it. But something inside of me, my intuition was like, if you don't do this, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Excuse me. And so I remember, I'll never forget it. That day, I fucking took my protein shaker, I picked it up, I walked out of my fucking cubicle, I went to the parking lot, I drove in my truck, and I never came back again.
Wow, dude, that's some movie shit, man. That's some goddamn movie shit, dude.
They were calling me frantically because I just got a performance review that morning. I'll never forget. It was a 97%.
The last one
killed it. 85. And I boosted it up to 97. This is Aon Hewitt. This is the top level company.
Yes, of course.
And but I just knew if I had to follow my gut. I'm the kind of guy that my gut will torture me if I don't follow through.
Oh my God, dude, you're totally right, man. It's like it's always in the back. Even if you try to sort of tamp it down, like if you decide not to temporarily, there's always that voice in the back of your mind. Donovan, you made this decision, right? Listen, I went through the same thing when I was in Atlanta. A buddy of mine kept telling me, dude, you gotta move to Vegas, the jobs, the women, the blah, 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 blah. And I told him, nah, I'm not ready. Listen, dude, I was scared, right? I just wasn't, and dude, I had come out of what was quite literally the worst point in my life. But somewhere along the way, I made a decision, but I didn't know I'd made that decision. So every week I talked to my buddy Eric. He's like, dude, when are you coming to Vegas? And he'd be sort of half kidding. And I'll never forget, man, it was on a Saturday night. I just got done delivering mattresses just for shits and giggles, or at least I thought it was like, let me go to southwest.com and see how much a one-way flight to Vegas is from Atlanta. It was on sale, $84. And I remember sitting there looking at the screen. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Because there was something in the pit of my stomach that wouldn't go away until I clicked the mouse, man. And dude, that changed my life.
That's fucking awesome, man. I never knew that.
Oh my dude, it was fucking $84. It was on sale, limited time only. I had 15 seconds, and I was like, and I remember right before I clicked it, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, dude, I can't believe I'm about to do this, and I fucking did it, and I don't regret it. And again, The very first time my buddy called me and told me, hey, you gotta come out. Dude, I hated Atlanta. I just visited Atlanta. I fucking hated it. Except for, of course, the Georgia Aquarium. But I knew that I didn't want to be in Atlanta, but I didn't have anywhere else to go. I didn't have any plans. I didn't know where I was going, but I damn sure wasn't going to stay in Atlanta. But here it was right in front of me. And 1 month, dude, July 1st, 2010, 1 month after I landed on, it was August 1st, a couple weeks before my birthday, I found the red pill, and of course the rest is history. But I understand what you mean when you say your gut, that the feeling in the pit of your stomach when you know you're supposed to do something and you keep trying to prevent yourself from doing it. Guys like you and me are not, we're not gonna disobey that. That always wins in the end, man.
Oh yeah. And it's just like, you have to trust it.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you had that great episode that's on your Patreon about like, is there a God? Is there an afterlife? And touching into that, I don't know, that's what makes me feel like there's something guiding me or
I agree,
something.
man.
I don't know.
I agree.
But if I don't follow it, I feel miserable.
Right.
So what I did, I had no fucking idea how I was going to go to Japan. But
This is awesome.
what I knew was that I was going. I was like, I'm not in Japan, I'm going to go. And I quit in February. And then I started doing aggressive research. Now, in today's day and age, if you're watching this podcast, this transmission right now, you have zero excuses. You can do whatever the fuck you want, almost.
That's right.
95% of things. You just got to put your head down, do the work. Somebody's on the internet doing it. You can find somebody.
You'll find out how. Right.
Yeah, 100%. And so that's what I did. So I aggressively started applying to jobs in Japan. And I just knew my foot in the door was English teaching. And I remember I sent out 300 applications.
Wow.
I sent out 300 applications. I got 4 interviews. 3 of them rejected me.
Oh,
one,
Jesus Christ.
One gave me that fucking green
light. And that was the one. 1 out of 300, dude. So 0.3%. Right?
Yep.
God damn. And the rest is history.
So that was it. So in order to get to Japan, Japan has some of the strictest immigration in the entire world.
Yes. Yeah, that was what we're going to get into next is what was, take us through. And area code 661, I see you in the queue. We're going to talk about this for a little bit that I'm going to get to. But yeah,